Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So as I forgot to mention, I'm actually away on vacation for those who don't know. So for the whole month of September, all my videos have been painted and scheduled in advance. So I'm sorry I won't be able to make it to any of your premieres, but I'll catch up when I'm back. So today I'm kind of working on something that looks a little bit different, but I love painting with acrylic wash these days, and I find that these kind of illustrations look best with acrylic wash, especially with the nice matte finish that you get. So right now I'm painting the sky in ultramarine blue, and then once the first layer is done, I realized that it's still a bit dark, so I add another layer of white to kind of just lighten the backdrop a little bit. Next, I'm going to paint a patch of pink clouds in the middle, and I'm going to start by just mixing purple with red so you get this magenta shade and a little bit of blue so that the contrast doesn't get too stark in the beginning, and I slowly add more white and more red to get that pink shade, and then at the bottom of it I add a bit of blue so that the clouds will kind of just blend into the background. So on the bottom half of this painting are going to be two commercial buildings, both kind of like tilted in the middle, so you create this V shape, which there'll be like two neon signs slash billboards on top. And because this is going to be kind of grey, I want that very industrial, more industrial look. I'm mixing blue with grey for the one on the left. And for this building on the right, I want to capture a bit of glow from the neon signs that I'm going to be painting later. So I'm mixing peach and grey, more peach towards the middle of it, and then slowly fade out to grey. Once I've covered most of the spaces, I just go in with a fine brush in this is size 0, and then I just kind of tidy up all the edges where all the blank spaces are because it's close to lines. You can actually use the masking tape for this, but I find it a bit tedious to have to paste the whole masking tape across, so I just use a fine brush to tidy up all the edges. And then for the windows over here, I'm just going to paint them in a darker shade of grey and blue and just add a bit of details with the frames. Once this is done, I'm going to work on the background. I wanted this to look a little bit more industrial kind of setting, so I'm painting just maybe this is like a cell tower behind, and I add a little bit of lights to brighten it up and just a few cables, very thin lines, and then now we're moving on to my favorite part. So for these neon signs, it's advisable for you to sketch it beforehand, so I kind of just sketched it out with a very light trace of the pencil, and then now I'm going to paint it. So first I paint the structure of the neon signs, which would be these metal frames holding it up. Because it's going to reflect the glow of the neon signs, I painted burnt sienna mixed with black. And then I added these poles in the middle for the stand, and for the stand behind I make it thinner, and the stand in front I painted it black and thicker. Now for the lettering, I mix orange with yellow and a bit of red, so you get this orangey reddish shade. I paint over the words that I've already sketched out earlier. The sign looks a little bit emo, but that's just the whole aesthetic of this illustration. When we come to this part here, we're going to paint the end and like cut it into half so that it looks as if like the sign is just fading away. And for these two alphabets, I painted in black and a bit of dark brown. Then to create this neon sign glow, I use an even finer brush. This is size 000, and I paint inside of it in bright yellow. So make sure to only paint in the middle of each letter and allowing the orange to glow from behind so you get this neon effect. So for the final touch to complete this landscape, we're going to just draw this very brittle tree with no leaves in the middle. So for the top, make sure you use brown, and then you gradually go darker at the bottom so that the light reflects the branches. And then just draw a little bit of crows in black, some with their wings up and facing different directions. It's up to you how many you want to do, and add a little bit of highlights on their body using burnt sienna and orange. So I hope you like this super fun painting. I actually enjoyed painting this. Something a little bit different, but I think I might look for more things like this to paint because it just goes so well with the gouache. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye!